Hi, Michelle here with SeniorsForLiving.com. This is the first of our new series of videos on different topics of interest for caregivers or people making care decisions for an older family member. And today I want to talk a little bit about specialized Alzheimer's care. What does that mean? Well, the good news is there are more Alzheimer's care communities. I think that it's a good thing that providers recognize that there's a need for specialized care and services for people with memory loss and memory disorders. The bad thing is there are a lot of communities that are in name only memory care. That is, they have a sign out front that says they offer memory care services, but other than a locked door and an alarm system, it doesn't mean much more than that. And memory care communities are very expensive. Alzheimer's care is thousands of dollars a month, and it's a big decision. If you've been taking care of somebody at home, it's hard to think about transitioning that person to a community. So in addition to the higher cost and the difficulty of making that decision, you want to be sure that the special care unit or the memory care neighborhood or whatever it's called in your neighborhood is a place that does more than just provide a locked door to keep your loved one safe and comfortable. So a few things to look for. Ask about training for staff. As you know, if you're a caregiver or have been involved with the care of somebody in your family or in your circle of friends who has Alzheimer's, you know how complex of a disease it is and how each person is different. So their needs will be different based on who they are and how the disease has affected them. So some training would really be helpful in that regard. Now, of course, an employee can have all the training in the world, and if they're not the right fit for the job, it may not make a difference. But having some insight into Alzheimer's and dementia is definitely beneficial in providing the care that you want for the person that you love. So ask about advanced training requirements for staff, or any requirements for training for staff. Continuing professional education is certainly a bonus and a good sign. Another thing to look for, of course, a locked unit does give some people peace of mind, but those systems are unfortunately not 100% effective. There are ways to bypass the system, and it happens. So you want to look for more than just a locked door. You want to ask about programming. What kinds of activities are provided during the day? And it's not to say that they need to have concerts and bingo and tea parties and whatever else you may think of as activities for memory care. Sometimes just basic routines and rituals like having coffee after dinner and chatting, helping to set the table before dinner, baking, doing laundry. These are things that your family member or friend has done all their lives, and it gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them more, I can't think of the word here, but it's more meaningful sometimes than having a TV program to watch or a bingo game to play. So you want to look for the types of activities and programming that the community provides, and how do they tailor those programs to meet the special needs of people who have dementia. Another issue, staff to resident ratios. This is a big one. If a community holds itself out as being a specialized memory care, Alzheimer's care provider, ask about the ratio of staff to residents, because as you probably know very well as being a caregiver or knowing somebody who is, it's very demanding. And it's demanding when it's one person caring for one person. So think about the size of the community and think about the number of staff that are available and how many people they are responsible to care for. That's a big piece of finding a quality, specialized care community. So those are just a few things to consider when you're looking for specialized Alzheimer's care, a few questions to ask. I've written a lot about the subject on our blog, so you can always go to seniorsforliving.com/blog to read more about it. We have an Alzheimer's care category on the blog, or you could just type in dementia or Alzheimer's care into the search bar, and you'll find many of these articles. You can also call 888-994-8013 and be connected to a senior care advisor who can tell you about care communities in your local area and talk to you a little bit about what you're looking for and find some matches for you as a good place to start in narrowing down your options. So we look forward to sharing our next topic with you and hope you found this tutorial helpful.